Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. 3 superstars released from WWE. I can honestly tell you that 2 of them are not very big surprises. One of them, to me, honestly, is a big surprise. And Emma. Emma was just featured on the last pay-per-view TLC Wrestling in Asuka's debut match. I was never 100% sure if the stuff that Emma was tweeting was part of, basically WWE-based storyline of, always tweeting for her to get a chance on Raw, or if that was just her trying to get the fans behind her, trying to get her a spot to wrestle on television. This is the second time being released for Emma. Everyone can remember the whole Walmart story. It's possibly something that's probably shook her career to the point of maybe she was never able to dig herself out of that hole. And then once the story was explained, it honestly wasn't her fault. I don't think that she went into the Walmart purposely looking to steal it. I think that she went through the self-check and honestly forgot to swipe it. I don't think that Emma was looking to steal, I think it was a $14 iPad cover. It wasn't an actual iPad. The people have always sort of made that joke, the whole time that she's been in WWE. She always was a really good wrestler. From the first time she was released, she sort of didn't get used on television for a while, and I don't know if it was her choice or WWE's choice. She went down to NXT once again and started being featured on the show, wrestling on the takeover specials, really sort of developed that badass character of just sort of, I'm not going to say that she was wrestling with a strong style, but, just wearing the glasses and having a more, forceful take to what she was doing. The team of her and Dana Brooke really worked. They tried it on the main roster. I think they went away from it a little bit too fast, but it sucks. I'm sure that she'll find a place to wrestle. As of right now, it doesn't really look like TNA is the best spot in the world to land, but, she could land there if she needed to. To me, Summer Rae wasn't really a big surprise. She was coming back from an injury. She did go to the Performance Center, and I don't know if she was sort of working out or training or trying to find out what WWE had for her, but she was there around the time of WrestleMania 34, and then never really saw anything with her involving wrestling. I'm not going to go out of my way to say that she was the best wrestler in the world, but she was the nicest diva that I ever met, and that was just running into her in town here in Sacramento. I can remember her, honestly, she was managing Fandango, and mid-match just turned around and noticed my friend Victor and started up a conversation with him because they were such good followers on Twitter of each other, and wondering why he was front row in Stockton. It might have been Oakland, one or the other. To me, honestly, she looks like she's moving on to other interests. She's doing a lot of modeling where she takes a lot of pictures and stuff like that on Twitter and other social media things like Instagram. So I can see her getting out of wrestling and moving away from it. But I think into the dying day, she was always sort of hoping that something would pop up for her again. She had some of the most intriguing ring attire that I've seen in a long time. I really liked Summer. She was really nice, and I don't think that we'll ever see her bounce up in wrestling again. I don't see her going to a TNA or anything like that, so she's probably all done. And then we'll probably see her like WrestleCons, Wrestle Reunions, things that pop up like that along the way, making that easy picture autograph money. But I don't think that she'll pop up in wrestling again. The last release today is Darren Young. I haven't seen Young do anything since his last injury. Darren Young would have been cool to add to the Team Titus deal if he did come back. But then again, the last run we saw him with, he was getting managed by Bob Backlund, being featured on main events a lot. I don't think they really had anything for him on Monday Night Raw. The first thing that, when you think about it, Darren Young is the first in WWE on roster performer to ever come out, which was during SummerSlam 2012, maybe SummerSlam 2013, when he came out to the TMZ reporter, and then that led to a lot of press for WWE. Got the primetime players a little bit of a push, but I don't think they were ever able to capture what the primetime players first were, and I don't think they ever really got pushed the way that they should have got pushed. They were a pretty good tag team. I think they did have one run with the titles, but him and Titus, it was good once. The second run, it was like they put them together because they probably didn't have anything else for them, but never really committed to them as a team again. So I don't know what leads for Darren Young out there. If he still wants to wrestle, I'm sure there's going to be spots for him somewhere. So best of luck to all three of them, but Summer was my favorite.